Hey guys, it's me, Nagato Uzumaki Udefer, and today I'm going to be doing part 9 to What If Deku Was Neglected and Was Cheated On. Now, recently I've been getting comments on my older videos about how my voice sounded weird. I know. The audio sucked. It just... Stop, please. But, today I'll be doing, like I said, part 9 to What If Deku Was Neglected and Was Cheated On. And I also wanted to thank you guys for what I'm looking at right now. 955 subscribers. Because I think it would be nice if we could hit 1K by the time Christmas comes around. So, I just wanted to thank you guys for pretty much getting me to my goal before Christmas even comes. So, thanks. But, let's get into the video.
I wish that you could see what I see. Your boyfriend's a douche that thinks he's cool and doesn't deserve a girl like you.
So, as I said last time, Deku passed the exam just barely, or more specifically, Deku, Izumi, and Bakugo passed, with Izuku doing basically all of the work, and Izumi and Bakugo doing practically nothing. So, as Izuku hops out of the little mini city area they just came from, where All Might still was, his heart was beating fast and he was breathing like... as the buzzer went off, signifying the end of the time that they had to defeat All Might or get out, which they had just got out. And Nezu over the loudspeaker said, "Izuku Midoriya, Izumi Midoriya, and Bakugo Katsuki, please come up to see me right now, and I will let you know of your test results." And, so, Izuku was still panting, and then Bakugo woke up and was like, "Hey, nerd! What are we doing here? We were supposed to beat him. We weren't supposed to run away." And then Izuku's like, "Oh yeah, well guess what? You're the one who got knocked out. So I had to run away because you two losers were being useless, and I can't fight all on my own. At least right now." And their screaming match woke Izumi up, and then they all three were starting to argue on their way to see Nezu. And sorry, I just haven't had that much sleep. So, Once they reach Nezu's office, they all three sit in a chair on the opposite side of the desk from Nezu, and Nezu states, I have to say that Izuku did remarkable on the test, but and used great strategy, but I don't think and I don't think you, Izumi, and Bakugo did that well. But I'll still let you go to the forest. I will still let you go to the training camp. And Izuku got slightly annoyed at this because he did all the work, but they still got to go. Like, he got to go, but they still got to go even though they did nothing. And so, yeah. So, last time I remember this, it's like the only thing I remember. Last time, just like Thursday, so the test took place on a Thursday. Then they got off Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and the first half of school on Monday. And so, yeah. Now then, I'm pretty sure no major events happened after that test up until the training camp arc. So, up until they go to the training camp, I'm just gonna skip all of that because nothing happens important after the test besides like the training camp and the other major events. So, let's skip those few days where they just did normal schoolwork. And, I forgot how long they were supposed to stay there. I think it was like a week. I'm gonna go with, or like 2 or 3. I'm gonna go with that they were supposed to stay there for a week. Yeah, I'm gonna go with they stayed there for a week. Or, no, actually, I'm gonna go with they stayed there for 3 weeks. So, as they arrive at the camp, they see the forest and right as they get out of the bus, basically on the little thing where they got pushed in, or in front of it, they see the Wild Wild Pussycats, and Izuku isn't fanboying this time, like how he fanboyed over every hero he met, like ever in the series, pretty much. His real inspiration is like Eraserhead, kind of like Shinso. But so, um, So, yeah. So when they get out, pretty much everybody's fanboying or fangirling, because this was, a really good superhero team. Alright. So, right as they, so they stand, as everybody, stops to let Aizawa and the Wild Pussycat speak. Aizawa's like, are you guys ready? And the class was like, what? And the Wild Pussycats was like, yep. And then, ignore that notification. If you could even see it, that is. So, I don't know why I'm pausing and stuttering so much. I must sound so stupid. But so, the Wild Pussycats are like, yep, and then Tiger, like, jumps over all the kids to the, other side of the bus and starts, like, pushing it more towards the kids, which are towards the edge. So, Tiger's like, oh, are you kids ready? And all of them start screaming no, and Izuku's like, yep. And he body flickers out of there and leaves all of the monsters for the rest of the class. So, when he gets there, he starts cooking, and he's legit, he's cooking everything. He's making ramen, he's making sushi, he's making sandwiches, he makes everything, bro. Just every food you can imagine that could be delicious. He makes it, and it's delicious. But so he makes enough for, like, all of Class 1A and Class 1B. I think those are the only two classes that went to the training camp. Yeah, he makes enough food so that each class member could have, like, 3 plates of a singular food before they even get there. And so, once Class 1A got there, which was at, like, sunset, and Class 1B arrived, like, directly behind them. And once they got there, they saw Deku taking off his apron and his, like, little chef attire and getting into a more casual outfit of, like, some sweatpants and a long sleeve shirt, and then some, like, shoes, or no, like some like a hoodie, some jeans, and then, like, some shoes. Basically the outfit that's in the picture, except a little bit more, like, the hoodie is, like, dark green, and the pants are black and ripped, and the shoes are also black. They're like black and green and white. And so Izuku's like, you guys arrived just in time for dinner. And they're all astonished. Like, and Bakugo's like, no way you could cook this up, nerd. And Izuku looks over at Bakugo and is like, yes, I can. I'm sorry that I'm better than you, Katsuki, and you can't seem to understand that. But I just am better than you in pretty much every way possible. I have a better quirk. I'm better at everything I do, like cooking, writing, math, cleaning, science. I'm better at breathing than you. And I'm also better at talking because, unlike you, I don't have to use a curse word every sentence. And then Bakugo charges at Deku like, oh, you damn nerd! Get over here! And then Izuku sidesteps him, gets behind him, and chops his neck so that he just falls asleep. And Bakugo falls like face first down in the dirt. And Deku looks over at everyone's like, anyone want to take him inside or wake him up? They all just kind of shake their heads no, except Izumi. She runs over and takes him inside. But before she takes him inside, she looks at Izuku and is like, how could you? You're being so mean to him for no reason. He was never this mean to you. And Izuku in his head is just thinking, is she delusional? She must be blind or deaf, right? She doesn't matter. She does not matter right now. And so, Izuku is like, yeah, whatever. Okay. And so he goes over to the table to sit down. And then, they start eating. And in, the middle of all of them eating and kind of chatting, they hear, the big door to the front of the building swing open and then slam. And then they look over and they see Koda. And this time, it's not Izuku that goes up. It's Todoroki. And hey guys, I don't hate Todoroki. I'm just saying. In this one, he did Deku kind of dirty. Even though that was 5 or 6 or 7 episodes ago in this series. So yeah. So Todoroki stands up and starts walking over to Koda because he's trying to become a better person. He's trying to stop being, he did have, the it's your quirk, not his talk. It's just, he got it from a different person, and it impacted him a little bit faster. So, he went to go and talk to Koda, and he was thinking, about how he should start trying to talk to people and start trying to help people, even if it's just talking to a kid that looks kind of lonely. And so he walks over, and then once he gets close enough, he reaches his hand down and out, kind of like Deku, and is like, "Hey, I just wanted to," and then before he could finish his sentence, Koda does the same thing he did to Deku, except this time it's Todoroki, like I said, and he punches him in the balls. And he just, then he kind of looks up at Todoroki, his face, it's pain, and Todoroki kind of like falls over, curls up in a ball, and Koda looks over at everyone else and is like, if you guys come over and talk to me, I'll do the same thing I did to him, boy or girl, I don't care. And then, before anyone could say anything to him, like how it wasn't nice to punch someone in the balls, even though they're, he opens up the big ass metal door, which would take a little bit of strength. It's not like it would take all my strength, but it would take a little bit of strength for a kid. And he opens it up almost effortlessly, and goes inside and slams the door. And boom, that's it. So, yeah. And, then they all just kind of look back and are like, did that just happen? And Izuku's like, well, I'm finished, and you guys eat as much as you want. And then I'm gonna go take a dip in the hot springs, because I'm pretty sure it's like the hot, like there it was like a sauna or like hot springs area that was separated by gender. So Izuku was the first one there, and he just kind of was chilling, and then everyone else got done like 30 minutes later, and finished, and basically the same thing happened. Mineta tried to peek. Koda was there, punched him. He fell off. But so basically, yeah, it stays normal like this for 2 weeks, and then on the Saturday night of the second week, so they'd been there for like all of the first week, and all the way up until Friday, and it had been normal all the way up until the Friday of the second week. Now on Saturday night is when the villain attack happens, and so yeah, Izuku's like, okay, or wait, no, so they were just doing normal things like training, and Koda went up to the hill thing, and then, oh no, wait, no, they were doing like the challenge. They were doing the challenge thing, and then a group came back, and it was Denki, Tetsu, and Shoji, the guy who could grow like multiple limbs. So they came back, and they looked panicked, and they ran over to Mr. Aizawa, and one of the pussycats that had like the mind ability to talk and speak through the mind, kind of like a mind link connection. I think her name was Ragdoll. You guys could correct me because I don't remember their names. I only remember the themes of their costumes. So Denki said, Mr. Aizawa, there is villains in the forest. And Mr. Aizawa was like, Denki, stop messing around. And Tetsu was like, no, it's real. There are villains in the forest. There was these blue flames and this purple gas. And in this one, the gas, it won't be, there's going to be poisonous gas, but they only switch to that when the real heroes arrive, because they still have a conscience. Like, they aren't going to kill kids, teenagers, but they aren't going to kill them. They only want to kill the real heroes. And then if the kids decide to get involved, they might have to kill the kids. So it was only like it was like poison gas, but the poison only made them immobile, like really slow and hard to move their limbs type of immobile. And it would wear off in 24 hours. So, yeah, I think I'll stop there. The start of the villain attack.